Hi everybody, it's Amy Anamkara. I'm in the car today and I'm going on a little road trip. So it's actually an adventure. So I'm going to be actually visiting, hopefully I'm able to do this, but 3 ancestral cemeteries. I thought I would take you along for the ride. So let's see where it takes us. All right, so it's really, really windy here. So I'm here at St. Columbus Cemetery here in Middletown, Rhode Island. This is my hometown. I gotta say, traffic is crazy here. It's just more than I certainly ever remembered. But this is a lovely place to be laid to rest. There's water over here. You probably can't see it in the background, but there's the Navy base over there, so you can see like a naval ship back there. It's really, it's quite breezy here. And my parents have been laid to rest with my mother's mother, so my grandmother, right in this path here. So I'll show you the cemetery. I'll show you the plot. And then just so that you know, I will be just, laying something here. I'm going to leave a peach here for my dad because he loves peaches. And I'm going to leave some hydrangeas because that was one of my mom's and dad's favorite flowers. So anyway, so that's what I'm going to do. And then I'll head to my second cemetery of the day. So I just want to show you. So this is a picture of my dad. And that's a picture of my mom. I don't have any pictures of my grandmother. So this is their headstone. So I have father and mother and my grandmother, which was my mother's mother. So this is their stone, and this is where they laid to rest. And it looks like there are 2 more spots here for 2 other family members. So I'm just going to lay my peach here. That's for my dad because he loved peaches. And some hydrangeas. I think it's funny. Their last place to rest is right on the main drag here in the cemetery. It's kind of funny. Typical, right? You can see everybody coming and going. I'm not really a cemetery visitor. I don't usually go to cemeteries other than to do like tarot card readings, but I don't go like to go visit my peeps. But I don't know. I felt I feel like I need to at least, touch base once and see where some of my other relatives have been buried. And as far as I know, most of them are they're buried in Rhode Island, which is the smallest state in the Union. So it kind of makes this a little bit easier. So while I was driving, I saw this little historic cemetery. I got to go and investigate it. Look at this little cemetery here. This is Historic Cemetery, Middletown, number 5. Look at it. And it's amazing because look at the view. Look at the view here. So this looks like it is a family plot here, the Brown family, which would make sense because it's so windy. I'm so sorry. Because we're on Brown Lane in Middletown. So pretty cool find today. All right, so I am on Cemetery 2, which is St. Anne's in Cranston, and this is like huge over here. So it was much easier for me to find my parents because I was, I knew where I was going. I had been there a few times, so I sort of had an idea of where I was going, but this is a little different. So I'm gonna just kind of poke around and see what I can find here. All right, so we have plot, so it's section 15, lot 247, and grave number 2. So I am way off because I'm in section 45. So I need to find section 15. Okay, I'm up to section 11, so I seem to be getting closer. So I'm in section 15, and now I need to find lot 257. Now, like, look behind me. This place is really, really big. So I hope I'm in the right spot. So I'm just walking along here, and I have not found the grave that I'm looking for, but I found a McNeilis McGuire. And I'm like, I think that's my Aunt Helen. Not sure, but it has the very same grape decorations on it that my grandparents have on theirs. So I step over. I'm going to show this to you. So this is the grave. This is the grave, right? And then if I go around to the back, this could be her. This could be my Aunt Helen, which leads me to believe that my grandparents are somewhere over here. So I feel like I'm hot here. I'm getting closer. I found it. I found it. So here we go. Look, McGuire. And let's see what's on the other side. Yep. Look at that. Look at that. So that is my grandfather McGuire and my grandmother Minnie McGuire and my uncle Philip. Wow. That took a little bit of sleuthing, kind of walking around, but I ended up finding it. So, I mean, I'm sure I've met my Uncle Phil because he died in 1975. So I'm sure that I have met him, but I was just a little kid at the time. But I never knew my dad's parents. So this is really cool. So I also brought an offering for them as well. And I'm just going to hang out here for a little while because I don't know when I'm going to be back. And this is pretty touching. Well, that was a lot of fun. I found what I was looking for, and I am just, wow, like I didn't think that visiting my grandparents' grave would be so, like, powerful. Like my dad never brought us out here, you know. I never really felt a connection until just recently, like doing some ancestor work and, you know, doing some research. So that was really, really, really great. And I'm so glad that I did that. So now I'm going up to Central Falls for cemetery number 3, which is at, I'm trying to get it here, which is at Mosh Assock Cemetery. in Central Falls. So what's going to be difficult about that one is that there are no headstones there for my great-grandparents. So this would be on my dad's mother's side. So it would be my paternal grandmother's side. I know it's like blah, like how do you do that? So it's going to be Joshua Hicks and his wife Matilda. So on to the next cemetery. All right, so here we are in this particular number. We're in cemetery number 3, and I'm looking for Joshua Hicks and his wife Matilda. He died in 1917, and she died in 1925. And according to records, there is no stone. So what I have been doing is kind of slowly driving around and looking for like an area that's maybe just like there are no graves there, because it's pretty well, like, you know, everything's in rows. So, and I'm just kind of like driving around and looking for an area where there could be some unmarked graves. So I kind of feel like I'm in the right area here, because like I'm seeing a lot of these, but they're really hard to read, and they're kind of like scattered back here. So this seems to be like around the right time, even though it's not the right family, right? But like there's this, but I can't read it. So, and here's another one over here. You can read this one. What does this say here? Rhode Island Provost Guard, World War I. Huh, interesting. Really interesting. So yeah, so I feel like I might be in the right area. I don't know, maybe Matilda and Joshua did have a stone and it's just no longer here anymore. Okay, so this is a bonus. So I decided to go and look for my Aunt Bunny and Uncle Paul. And right now I'm at the Veterans Memorial Cemetery here in Exeter, Rhode Island. So I thought I would try to find them. I've tried once before and I couldn't find them, but I have faith that I'm going to find it today. So I want to tell you, though, with the weirdest thing that just happened. So as I pulled in, my phone went, of course, flying off the seat. So I pulled it out, and when I pulled it out, I pulled out this piece of paper, which I've never seen before. And it just says on the bottom, it says number 25, and it says death moves amongst us. And then on the back, it has this little piece, and it says, which is just so wild. So it says, death moves amongst us. The full expression of this life comes the knowledge that death walks among us. Within every breath and every step dwells the mortality so many fear. Do not deny this ending. Honor those who have left this life with ceremony, ritual, respect. Acknowledge that they are no longer here in the same way, for there will be many deaths in your life. Learn to live with this truth so that death is not fearful, but a gateway to another life. You may have so many forms. Before we can become again, we must pass through death's gateway and let our souls wander free for a time. We can then wisely choose what comes next on the path of the soul. Isn't that wild? So anyway, let's go find Aunt Bunny and Uncle Paul. So I got a little bit off track here. Surprise, surprise. So this section right here is the historic section. And I just want to show you some of the stones. So look at it looks like they're, oh man, it looks like they're like hand carved, right? Look at, they don't have any dates on them, which is kind of curious to me. Christopher Ford. This one has a date on it. 1937. I don't see any other ones that actually have a date on it. And then this one I noticed, like some of these have this mark on it. See the top there? Whereas the other ones had just like a cross. Yeah, so isn't that cool? Sorry, I didn't turn the camera this way. But wow. Really interesting. Okay, so we're back to our regularly scheduled program. Let's go look for Bunny and Paul. All right. Okay, so I found the right section. So now I just have to find the headstone. So it's 67. So let's go take a look. Oh, here it is. It's right here. There it is. Let's clean it up a little bit. It's got a little bit of crabgrass there. So here it is. Paul H. Lewis III, BM, I don't know if it's 1 or I, U.S. Navy, October 30th, 1915 to November 23rd, 1981. And then Dorothea M., his wife, August 22nd, 1914. And she died August 2nd, 1993. So, yay. I'll put that there. Super excited that I found them. Well, I'm back home and it was such an incredible day. I was just planning on maybe hitting 3 cemeteries and I ended up hitting 4, and I hit a couple of historic cemeteries on the way. So it was really, really a great day, and it was a really cool, I would consider it, it was like a family ancestral reunion, and it was great. So I had a great day, and I hope that you enjoy this video, and I hope that it inspires you to go out there and do a little research and make some ancestral connections.